Hi, congratulations on the second season. I'm surprised you're awake because you had a big premiere last night.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. We did.
Well, we're well rested for these interviews today, though, aren't we?
Oh, I don't know. The jet
A
lag
bit hungover,
kicking in.
just a bit.
The important part is that you showed up for the blue lights. That's why I wore the blue for you today.
Ah,
nice.
you're on message.
Yeah, yes.
I got the memo. You missed it, but it's okay.
I've got blue jeans, blue shoes.
So, from the first season, your characters developed so much from the first episode to the final episode with so much going on, loss, trauma, etc. So, what will we be seeing for the second season from each one of you?
Yeah, I think in this second season you see what the job takes from the characters. It's much the same in the sense that they've established all these relationships with each other. They obviously all get on very well, and now it's just sort of about the more of the crazy things that they have to go through day to day, and what that takes from them as people.
Yeah, I think the great thing is that you've established this world that people have really connected with. And people really care about these characters. And they want to see what the end of the journey, what the end of the story is for them. So in series 2, it's great because you see them in these, you know them now, you care about them, and then you see them in these extreme situations. And sometimes they mess up, sometimes they're successful, and you can go on that journey with them. And I think, yeah, for each one of us, they learn something about themselves. Definitely, they have an awakening of some sort in this series, which is fantastic.
For you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just seeing how these characters, how they navigate through these really tricky situations and sticky scenarios, and it's just really lovely to be able to go back and step into their shoes again and to flesh it out and to flesh these characters out and to show different elements to them as well. People are complex, and it's lovely to be able to show different sides to different characters. Well, one character for me. I'm only playing one character.
Well, right now you mentioned, stepping into these shoes. Now you guys have been wearing this blue uniform for a while. So since you started playing these characters, do you have a different perspective about law enforcement and their dedication, their etiquette, and everything they do to help the community?
Yeah, I suppose you can't help but respect the men and women that do this job, no matter where it be, if it's in Northern Ireland or in America or anywhere across the world. These people have a very, very difficult job and face some very, very difficult things, and I think more often than not don't get the credit that they always deserve. And it's opened my eyes a little bit as to the struggles and the things, the difficulties that they face.
And sorry, it's the idea of trying to make a change. And I think from Annie's perspective with season 1, there's a really lovely piece of dialogue with Annie and Jen, where Jen asks the question, why do you do this? And Annie responds with, well, I think it's important. And it is important to not only have people from different backgrounds in the police force, but also people who want to make that change and to want to move forward as well.
I think I just personally, my dad was in the force, so my dad was a police officer, so this was a really special job for me to do in terms of having an understanding, just as the daughter of a police officer and growing up with that profession in my household, sort of knowing what that was in terms of the human side of it, seeing my dad go out to work, having the uniform hanging in the wardrobe, and seeing the relationships and the friendships, really strong friendships that my dad had in the force. And so when I read this script and seeing how they had been able to put all of this in there, and for me to recognize that world, it's been a real privilege to just sort of be able to portray that on screen. Yeah.
Wow, he must be very proud.
I hope so.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It was a treat to speak to you, and I can't wait to finish the second season.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
lovely
Thank you.
speaking
Nice
to
to
you.
speak with you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.